Welcome to your daily 180 Bible study. We appreciate your participation in these studies. We're beginning a study on Acts chapter 17, Paul's time in Athens. And we saw yesterday that there was a reason why Paul was motivated to keep preaching the gospel, even though it always seemed to bring about persecution. Look at verse number 16. Now while Paul waited for them at Athens, his spirit was provoked within him when he saw that the city was given over to idols. Paul looked around and, here's the reality. These people were given over to idols, but that also meant several other things. Number one, they are living lives that are not beneficial to them in this life. They're living lives that are going to separate them from God. They're living lives that will separate them from God not only now, but for eternity. Innocent people are being hurt because of this idolatry. Are we bothered when we look around at the idolatry in the world in which we live and someone says, "Oh, Bill, wait a minute. That's something that backward, primitive people did." Oh, Athens considered themselves to be, a very educated, intelligent people. They were a university city, so to speak. And someone says, "Yeah, but we don't have idols that we bow down to." Ezekiel chapter 14 is a rather interesting chapter. The Jews are in captivity. There's still Jews back in Jerusalem, but there's a group of Jews in captivity, and they don't have any idols in captivity. Back in Jerusalem, there's a multitude of idols. And so these elders come to see Ezekiel. Now these are religious-looking guys. They look good. They don't have any little statues that they bow down to. But I want you to notice what the Lord says to Ezekiel beginning at verse number 2. "And the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their hearts, and put before them that which causes them to stumble into iniquity. Should I let myself be inquired of at all by them?" You see, they've set up idols in their heart. Oh, you can't see them. They look very religious. Doesn't mean that they don't have any idols. There's a lot of idols in our society today. And listen, a lot of religious people have set up idols in their heart. And we need to be very careful to look inside our hearts and get rid of those idols. But we also need to be honest enough to speak the truth and realize those idols cause much harm because they separate man from God. Join us again tomorrow.